Good everyone, today's bonus video, and today it's obviously part 2 of the Nashorn. Don't worry, this will probably be the last time you see the Nashorn unless I'm screen grinding in it or someone sends me a sub replay of it. But I couldn't let this battle slide. Obviously, we did the DTT's Lucky Charm battle. That was really good for the review and everything. Hope you enjoyed that. Excuse me, I just had to nearly burnt my guts out, it felt like. But obviously, we are going into part 2 of this, and it isn't going to be the review of the tank. Don't worry, I've already excuse me there. I've already done that. So why am I doing a part 2 to this tank? Well, good question. Glad you asked, even though probably some didn't. Um, I encountered probably what is the most dumbest level 100 I've ever seen, and to be honest, even Voldemort can't claim that DTT was worse, and honestly, this guy makes DTT look like a professional player. That's just a friendly diss, don't worry, not meant anything by it. But, this guy was useless, and a special kind of stupid. So obviously, at this time, I think I was unlocking the APCR round for this thing. And this level 100 brought in a Chinese Sherman, and he just did nothing. And the things he did do were so dumb. All I'll say is, people, for this battle, you're gonna want brain cells on standby, because you might need to emergency administer them. And that is not a joke. You're gonna want to keep if it was possible to keep a jar of brain cells beside you, like a jar of pickles, please do so. You are going to need them. So, obviously, I don't even eat pickles, and yet I'm making that reference, but whatever. I have tried pickles before, people, I just don't like them. I'm very picky, I am, with my foods and all that. Like, if you put in front of me a plate of, let's say, fish, and you put a plate of chicken, I'd throw the plate of fish out the window. I'd eat the chicken, but we'll gloss over that. So today's guest appearance is the guy in that Sherman Toto 63951, and he's going to start off by firing an AP round out and loading a smoke round. Now, I have no idea what this guy's problem was. He, for some reason, decided to start firing smoke in front of me and everything. He's not going to do a single thing for the team. The only thing he does is cap C, and even then he fucks that up. But, trust me, this guy's fucking useless. So I'm just having some technical issues with my phone at the moment. But the match is going to start off relatively slow, so I am going to put it to 4 times speed. It does start off slow, and to be honest, I'm not all that bothered. It's just what this Toto guy does. I swear, like, he probably had the song Toto, well, Africa by Toto, and I swear he had that on constantly because that's all he must have been dancing for days instead of driving a Sherman. Now, I'd just like to point out this was a 5.7 game. Now, as you can see, Captain Retard is firing smoke at the C point for some bloody reason. The Puma did drop his smoke, but the Sherman just kept firing smoke anyway. And obviously, I'm looking around and I'm seeing if he can do anything. Tried to go for a cheeky shot on that guy there, but it didn't work out. And right now, we're about to be attacked by a couple of jumbos. Most people would crap themselves the moment they see a jumbo. Obviously, I've screwed up that shot there. But don't worry, it's going to end a bit better for us. So obviously he's pulling back. And at that point I take a hit from that 76. He takes out 2 of my crew, and obviously I'm pulling back. Obviously, Mr. Toto, I'm not even sure what he was doing, but he's trying to snipe with a 75mm Sherman instead of doing the medium tank job. Obviously at this point I don't have the gun depression to work this position all that great. If I was in the Story Mill, I would. So I'm having to play this a little differently. So, Mr. Jumbo, good night. First kill. That's the 76 dead, thankfully. Which means this would have been a 6-0 game, which I'm guessing that would have been their only 6-0 tank. We didn't have a single 6-0 tank balance. But, whatever. So I move up, obviously, and there is a M4A3 the 76 variant, sorry, I nearly said 105. But it doesn't last very long. Second kill. Mr. Jackson here. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. It had to be done, I'm afraid. And yes, that's the second time I've made a I'm sorry, Miss Jackson reference, but I honestly don't care. It's a good song. Third kill. And this Toto guy is even firing at the dead M36 Jackson. The reason why it's asking me to repair the tank is because the left machine gun is out of commission, so don't worry about that. But I'm just there like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He is completely useless. I swear, this is why air should be, like, you have to pay to breathe air. Fourth kill. Because I swear, I'd cut off that guy's air supply immediately. I couldn't let this one slide. I know the old saying of level doesn't mean shit applies here, but I'm sorry, this guy was too fucking dumb. For a start, the M4A175 is actually a pretty good tank from what I've heard. And he's playing it completely wrong. I mean, if you're sat in the position I am, that would make sense, but even then, you shouldn't even be in this BR with that thing. The Nashorn is meant to be here. So, there goes the guy in the Jackson from earlier on. He's just come back in an M18 Hellcat, obviously rushed to Seaport like a trooper. And, oh my god. Obviously, I marked the map saying that there's a guy there. Don't know why the arrow is pointing there. And obviously, I also marked the Sherman and basically tell him to just get a move on. Obviously, the M18 sticks his head out. Regrets that decision. And that's my final kill for this game. Now, I'm going to jump to Mr. Toto's perspective. Obviously, this is not a server replay. So, you won't get his direct view. So obviously he's moving up. I'm telling him, look mate, the way is clear. I'll cover you. He then loads a smoke round. And he starts firing smoke the whole way. Obviously, I don't know what the hell that noise was. But obviously I'm trying to look down the sight and he's firing smoke everywhere. I said to you, I would cover you, buddy. So what the fuck are you doing? And even then, this oil storage is more than enough to cover a Sherman. So he moves into the cap and he starts capturing the sea point. Unbeknownst to me and him, for the moment, there's going to be an M18 that's going to sneak up on him. Those are some really weird noises. I reckon it's a bug with the replay or something like that, because I've never had those noises before. If you do hear them, do let me know, because I have no idea. Obviously, unbeknownst to me and him, Sneaky Fish in his M18, I believe that's him, he is going to make a surprise visit to Mr. Toto, and, well, it's not going well for him. We are going to lose this game, just a spoiler alert, so if you guessed that at the start, yeah. But obviously, my team's just been completely butchered at this point. They are going to lose this battle, and it's not going to end well for my team at all. Obviously, we've got Hawker Hurricane coming in now. We've got a P-47 up that's already dropped all of its ordnance. And our 109K4 is not dealing with those threats. Because he's bloody useless. It's gotten so bad, in fact, the K4, which should run rings around a P-47, is actually being chased by the P-47. So obviously I'm turning just to have a look. Obviously the BTR's just been killed, so I'm looking if there's anything over there. There is, it's just I obviously can't see it because it's a Sherman somewhere around B3 is where the shot was from. This is a very nice spot to employ as well. It's one of those, obviously I've shown it off in the Daimler Armoured Car Respade battle where we encountered that moron. That was quite a fun battle. But this is a very good spot for most vehicles in the game. Anti-aircraft can work this spot really well. Did try to get a bit cheeky here, but the Hurricane turned. So that was unfortunate. So I'm going to skip ahead to when the M18 strikes. So there he is, Mr. M18. Now at this point, obviously, he bounces the shot from the M18, but he has smoke loaded. And he's not even trying to turn his hull. He then fires another smoke round at the M18. And the M18 guts him like a fish. What the actual fuck? I'm not being funny, right? If you're going to defend a capture zone, you're going to have AP loaded. And even then, you fired a smoke round at an M18. And then you didn't even think to switch to AP. Fuck you know. I mean, even DTT could do that shit. Let's have a look, shall we? Obviously, it's a non-spader, as per usual. Piss poor playstyle and stats and everything. And if we look at his Chinese stuff, fuck you know. I mean, he's got some good KDRs, but even then, most of it is an OP shit or like shit that's easy mode. I mean, come on, man. Why would you think to fire a smoke round at an M18? Obviously, I couldn't see the M18, so I couldn't help him. But even so, this guy should have had the common sense to load the AP. But hey, we can't win them all, can we? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's little dumbass appearance, and I will see you all on the next one.